So anyway, let's take a look at this.
Pooh, I waited
We've seen
30
this.
years to meet you.
Oh jeez. We've seen this, haven't we? This clip.
Did you ever wonder why it smells so good on Main Street USA?
Why?
It's because they use vanilla scents to make it smell like a freshly baked cookie.
Oh my god. To this guy. I know this is a joke, but this is actually so... Like, this is really good acting. This is a skit, but still, like, this is very convincing.
Stop bringing children to Disney. This is an adult's playground.
What?
Why would you?
And then you post it on the internet too, and then it's there forever, and it's gonna be in a video, and even though if you delete this in 20 years, this video is still gonna be up.
Act this way out in public.
Why is it so... Yeah, why is it always white women?
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell.
Yeah.
So about 2-ish months ago, I talked on this channel about a group of women called the plus-sized park hoppers. Yeah, these ladies.
We're plus-sized park hoppers, and we range.
If you're too fat for an American amusement park, I genuinely think you need to, like, I don't know. You need to get a reality check. If you're too fat for an amusement park built for fat Americans on average, not a European one, not a Chinese one, not any other country or region, you need to take an introspective look at your life.
Sizes from 2X to 5X. Have you been dying to ride Dragon Racers Rally at Universal's Epic Universe, but you weren't sure if you'd fit?
And ever since then, I have wanted to
No,
talk
never.
about Disney adults
Never in
in
my
general
life.
because, yeesh. I think this is absolutely the strangest phenomenon. And then just the other day, this video popped up on my Twitter feed and gave me unprecedented levels of secondhand embarrassment, and I thought, yes,
Yippee.
now is the time to talk about these people.
Pooh, I waited 30 years to meet you. Oh my god, you're so cute. Oh my gosh, you're the cutest thing ever.
I'm gonna have the woman take here. A man would make fun of this and say that she's being really cringe, but what if she has some sort of trauma, okay? Like, what if this is how she copes? My biggest problem is, why would you ever film this and then put it on the internet? If this is truly like a psychiatric coping mechanism, why would you post this for everyone to see? Yeah, like, unhealthy coping method. I mean, that aside, I do think it's very strange that you're willing to put this on the internet, bro. Why? Why? Do you need to, like, watch this back?
I promise. Look at my little Pooh. And I have Winnie the Pooh phone case. I tell you I love you. I do. I love you, Pooh. I love you.
Imagine being the person inside the suit, bro.
I love you so much. Can we get a picture? Oh, yes.
At first,
You're expecting, like, a child that's maybe 5 to, like, between the ages of, like, 5 and 12 to walk through those doors, and you're just some amusement park, you know, worker that got put into this, and they were like, damn, this, I gotta do this.
I thought that maybe this was a young woman who had some sort of cognitive disability, but I've concluded that that's probably not the case. She is regrettably just a Disney adult, treating a person who is wearing a sweaty scrotum costume like he is actually Winnie the Pooh. And just to be perfectly clear, ordinarily I am one of those people who is like, let other people enjoy things. It's why I don't bully the guys who paint Warhammer. Like my brother.
Why are you throwing your brother under the bus? Painting Warhammers is base. My brother does that. He's been doing it since forever.
I don't make fun of the people who play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't even make fun of the bronies. Except for maybe the...
When you film yourself and you post your cringe on the internet, I think it's free game. There are people who are really fucking cringe that paint Warhammers. Absolutely. They are obnoxious. They fight you over the new fucking models and sets that come out. I totally get it. Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, World of Warcraft, what the fuck ever. Any hobby can be cringe if you film it and then propagate it on the internet for everyone to see.
Nazism. Are the bronies the ones that do the Nazism? I don't know. But
what?
Of all of
Wait, what? I blinked and we're talking about Nazism?
The adult obsessions that started in childhood, Disney adults are the weirdest, most infantilized group of baby people. And nobody can change my mind about that.
And they milk money off of them. Everybody else shames like bronies and stuff, and you know, they still make toys for people that love My Little Pony, but those are aimed at kids. Disney adults, like, people can't cater to them at the, you know, at the, what is it called, the amusement park.
If you're not familiar with this phenomenon, the internet is full of videos of childless 20, 30, and even 40-somethings taking trips to Disney, getting dripped out in Disney merch, and getting emotional and overwhelmed when meeting Disney characters.
When you say dripped out, by the way, these Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse ears cost like $60. I would rather pay money for a video game. Maybe I'm weird.
Out in Disney merch and getting emotional and overwhelmed when meeting Disney characters. Yeah, that Winnie the Pooh video, that's a feature of these folks, not a bug. Which again are probably some 18-year-old university students wearing these meat socks. I read recently that they don't actually clean these costumes out after use, which is... I don't like that for you guys. I'm very sorry that happened.
That sucks. I hope they do, but... you never know.
Some of these people treat Disney as their only holiday destination. Others bankrupt themselves going there constantly.
Does she bring up the Caleb? There's a Caleb Hammer video of him talking to two Disney adults, and they're like $40,000 in debt, credit card debt, because they can't help themselves going to Disneyland. Capitalism is a plague. Dude, it's insane. And like all the merch is like 3 to 4 times the price of like average merch. Like, you think you're getting cooked by HoloLive buying merch of your favorite VTuber from your favorite VTuber Corbo? These people are putting you to shame. Even with the lifetime test, it doesn't matter. They're going broke. They don't have the money to go, but they put it on the credit cards, and then like they go to Disneyland and spend an absurd amount of money. When I was a kid, if we went to like an amusement park, my parents always said, this is how much we're gonna fucking spend. We're not gonna spend any money over that, and that's it. You already have the privilege of going to an amusement park. I've been to one in Europe, and I've been to one in America when I was a kid. Like, what the hell?
There's 2 types of Disney adults, okay? There's one, which is like what you think of. And then there's peak Disney adults. This is Zara, okay? Yeah, Mickey on the butt, Mickey on the shirt.
No.
Women are the biggest consumers in America. Women are the biggest consumers in America. They spend the most money in America. Men are more frugal on average. Women are more spendy on average. And I can see why. It is so easy for women to get co-opted and brainwashed.
All of you are freaks. Let's not make it a competition. And to be very, very clear here, when I'm talking about Disney adults, I don't mean any adult who happens to like Disney movies and visits the parks. It should be obvious and go without saying, but you are in fact allowed to enjoy theme parks and enjoy films from your childhood. I'm not here to kill all of your joy. In fact, I have been to Disneyland. I got in a fight with the bartender at, I'm pretty sure at the time, the only bar in the entire complex.
What?
And then I got thrown out, and no, I don't want to talk about it. And no, I wasn't drunk, and I'm pretty sure I hadn't even had a single drink.
Why did you fight a bartender? What for?
I'm just difficult. And this information should surprise none of
Typical
you.
white woman.
So yeah, obviously no shade to the people who casually enjoy Disney. It was a massive part of our childhoods, and I don't blame you for being invested in bits and pieces of it today. No, the people I'm referring to have made Disney fandom their entire personality, visiting Disney dozens of times, doing deranged Disney TikTok dances, and forgetting the characters are really just some guy named Kevin.
Honestly, I had to be a Disney adult because look at these gums. Look at this ratio.
What?
It was either that or military wife, and it'll be a cold day before I come one of those. So,
What's wrong with being a military wife? What the fuck?
have a magical day.
Oh my god, they're becoming self-aware. And while we are going to have many laughs over some of the videos I'm about to show you, I do
You're just a white gal who got overwhelmed by the power of the Polynesian culture while watching Moana 2. I'm not sure what to say. I just enjoyed the movie. And I like the songs. Why are you overwhelmed?
going to have many laughs over some of the
Over
videos I'm
what?
about to show you. I do worry that these people are unhealthily stuck in childhood. You know, instead of dipping into the nostalgia pool, they have slipped in and are just drowning. It's sort of funny because
I think these people unironically like probably have some sort of like age regression problem.
around the internet, these people are said to have what's called Peter Pan syndrome. And Disney made Peter Pan into a big thing, so there's some irony in there somewhere.
It's on purpose, man. They did it on purpose. I'm sorry, I had to. I'm not gonna listen to this. I'm sorry, I had to mute it. I did not like that, not one bit. You're welcome. Ah! No, shut
Imagine
up!
you're just
Ah,
trying
damn
to
it.
walk through Disney and groups of random adult women
sorry, I
just
fucked
start
up.
screaming. Just go ahead and add this to the list of reasons that I hate going out in public. Random banshee shrieking. Oh, so it turns out this
I don't want to go to these freaking places, man. Oh.
is just a theme.
I don't want to listen to this. Oh, sweet silence. Thank you. Okay. Oh God.
But I really do hate it here. There's a lot of things
I hate
in life
people
that
yelling
I don't think
and
particularly
shrieking.
necessary. Screaming in public settings is definitely one of those things. But you want to know something that is super necessary here on the Hell Gondola? Being protected online, which is why today's video is sponsored by
Ad!
Surfshark VPN.
North Bark BPN.
What are you doing?
Whoa.
Protecting myself? From what? A laser beam? I have to do some research online, and I don't want to go on the internet without protection. Someone might steal my identity. And
My dad used to kind of be like this about antiviruses. He had to have an antivirus on his computer, otherwise he'd get upset.
the tinfoil hat. That's gonna do
My
the
dad
trick.
was like that.
Yeah.
This boomed out.
Probably.
Look, Sydney, if you're so worried about your privacy and safety online, why don't you just ditch the tinfoil hat and download Surfshark VPN?
Why would a surfing shark keep me safe online, Sydney? That doesn't make any
Hold on.
sense.
I have one
Surfshark
too.
VPN is
I
a
have one
digital
too,
private
chat.
network that acts like a digital shield. So when you're scrolling, gaming, or streaming, you can do it
Whoa.
privately. It also lets you gain access to content that might not be available in your location by bypassing country restrictions. You obviously know all about censorship, you know, being from Australia and all.
Hey.
I have
Yeah,
used Surfshark for literally
Australia's
years.
like
They have
that.
a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can use Surfshark on as many devices as you want from the one subscription. They have 24/7 customer support, and when you use it in conjunction with Surfshark antivirus
You kind of should have an antivirus, especially before Windows Defender. No, that's a lie. I've talked to so many tech people. I think that tech people in my chat probably can point out the fact that Windows Defender is probably more than likely enough if you're not a complete fucking retard who doesn't click on everything that you fucking download instantly. Defender by itself is just fine.
Software, you are completely covered.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there are no sharks involved here?
I really don't know how you function as an adult every day. So let today be the day that you finally give Surfshark VPN
I've been
a try
told that
by
many
clicking
times.
the link in the description or going to surfshark.com/Sydney. And of course, don't forget to use code Sydney to get 4 extra months of Surfshark. There is no risk here. Like I mentioned, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. One of the main things that I took from watching 9 million Disney adult videos is that these people have extreme emotional reactions to basically anything Disney related. Like this woman who cried after seeing Goofy again after, I guess, a period of time of not seeing him.
I would attribute this to anybody that cries over, like, seeing... I don't know, seeing someone at a concert or like, I just don't know. I don't think I cry about anything over 3 years. Like maybe not seeing my family. That's completely reasonable because you have a familial attachment to it. But like, god damn. At least the people at the concert are real. Okay, never mind. Yeah, maybe that's not even as bad, dude.
This has copyrighted music, which is lame, so you're gonna have to listen to me singing
The most
instead. This is
magical place on
100% what I imagine is happening under the costume.
He's like sweating too.
And she just has joy.
This is not a...
This is for clout farming, right? These people aren't for real. Like, I would expect a child to behave like this, seeing their favorite princess, Disney princess, while they're dressed at them. Like, that's cute, because it's a child and they don't know. But, like, an adult? Really?
Real person. They know that these are not real people, right? Why does my vote count the same as theirs? This woman lost it in the Polynesian heritage of Moana 2.
Dude, the self-flagellation and performative vibes I'm getting are through the roof. Why are we screeching, too?
But crying, specifically, happens towards basically everything. These people cry when they see buildings. This girl cried.
You see a building. I was gonna make a tower joke, but I decided not to.
I'm seeing a Disney princess
I think that's
castle.
valid.
I'm sure it has a name, but I don't care enough to look it up. Actually, apparently, this is an actual TikTok trend. Imagine just handing your friend a camera and being like, hey, would you mind filming me while I fall to my knees and cry while looking at this random building or statue or structure? I mean, at least this-
Me when I saw freaking Gora come back to streaming, I fell on my knees, sobbing, tears running down my fat face.
This woman changed it up and cried seeing Disney fireworks. You can see regular fireworks at New Year, or probably the 4th of July. Or
no, it's
Australia
different!
Day, if you're from the land down under like me. I honestly can't remember the last time that I cried like this about anything. I honestly cannot afford to.
My cat died. That's when I cried last.
I'm too busy spending my time drinking tea. And suffering. I'm also not trying to be a jerk, but I think I resonate the most with these kind of Disney reactions.
Oh, that's so sad.
Which, by the way, is normal to cry over an animal or a person dying that you care about, not over a fucking building. Good lord.
It's cute. It's
a fucking building! Get a grip!
Don't you judge me. You would have taken that opening too. Here, have a photo of me at Disney to judge because, yep, this about summed up my feelings towards it. Once again, more copyrighted music. I wish that YouTube didn't copyright everything. This guy's lame. What is he doing out in public? Sorry, because there's so much copyrighted music. He captioned this, last look at the castle before heading home always hits different.
Oh my
I genuinely
God,
hope that this is a
dude.
joke because if it's not, you need to have your tattoos rescinded. Tattoos like this are for meatheads only. Obviously, you can see that that these are not normal people just enjoying Disney for the purposes of nostalgia.
You don't even know. Maybe it's like a Disney adult sleeve, like I said at the start of the video. Like that chick I worked with. Yeah, she had a full-on, like, fucking sleeve.
And, I don't know, revisiting their childhoods for, like, one day or whatever.
Of Disney
These are
shit,
people
chat.
who are making this theme park, this profit-driven theme park, their entire personality. People buy houses and condos near or apparently in the Disney parks.
I'm a single adult in my 30s, and here's why I chose to live in a condo inside Disney World. Reason 1.
Disney loves this. Every major corporation loves this. You want to know why? Because that means that you're willing to, like, live in a pod, a shitty pod, commute to work, and then come back to your Disney-themed pod and eat Disney-themed bugs.
Public transit. Not only does Disney World offer a multitude of public transit options to be to and from the parks, but unlike most cities in the US, the grounds follow strict ADA accessibility guidelines, allowing people of all abilities to ride Skyliners, monorails, or even, well, logs.
This music has copyrighted music in the background, or I would have shown you so much more of it, but this is genuinely one of the strangest TikToks that I have ever watched, and I think it's so funny that this guy tells us immediately at the gate that he's a single adult male. Like, yeah, we can tell.
Single adult male that lives at Disney. I'm not gonna say it, but just know I'm thinking it, okay? Like, just... Yeah. I'm not gonna say it.
Guy. That's why you're buying a condo at Disney. That is why you are buying a condo at a children's theme park. This is clearly normal behavior. There is this one YouTube account called Addicted
Say it. It starts with P. You fucking ding-dongs.
to the Mouse, and this family moved to Orlando, Florida, just to be closer to Disney World.
We decided that we wanted to uproot our lives and move to Florida, and so we actually purchased this house that we are sitting in March of 2021.
And I did actually see a TikTok that got onto my recommended somehow, and it was kind of fascinating because it was an entire family uprooting everything to move from like Wisconsin to I think California or Florida to live inside of the park, which is like supposedly a really privileged and like big thing to do. Because it costs so much money to live there, and there's like other families that fight you over it and stuff.
The moving to be closer to Disney thing is actually incredibly bizarrely common. People pick up their entire lives to move closer to a profit-driven resort complex for children. So normal
living
and
inside of Disney!
Move with us even closer to Disney World. We can now literally see the fireworks.
That dog wants to run away.
Even closer to Disney.
Stop. Please don't put me in Disneyland. Please, for the love of God.
World.
Please.
We can now literally see the fireworks from our front porch.
Have you ever thought to yourself, what if I just do it? What if I actually follow my
This is the one! This is what I saw! This is the one!
dreams and move
This is
next to
TikTok.
Disney? Honestly, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're not going to like it. And
Oh
you're
my God, and she has 3 kids. Yes, this is exactly the one that I'm talking about. This is what I saw.
going to have to move back to where you started. It has been a little over 2 years since my husband and I actually followed our dreams, moved next to Walt Disney World, and left everything that we knew behind. The hardest part is
all for consuming and giving a company more money. The American dream in American society is like dead. There's no way. There's no way this is real. This is done for like attention, right? This is fake. They go back home and then they farm the money off the TikTok, right?
going to be getting out of your comfort zone.
They leave their grandparents, their parents behind. They move into a different state, not because of a job, but because they want to consume more. Is that not dystopian to think about for a minute?
And you're going to realize everything that you now have.
I was not meant to exist on a planet with other people. I just wasn't. And I guess if you can't live directly next to or inside of a Disney theme park, you can just visit it every year. or 900 times a year. I remember reading this Reddit post back in 2024, like towards the end of the year, where
oh no, am I the asshole? Pippa loves to read these. There's an entire dedicated subreddit to like, am I the asshole? And then it's like a spouse or a, boyfriend, girlfriend talking about this thing.
Husband complained about his wife having made them go to Disney for 9 trips in a row.
You married an insane person. I'm sorry. My wife and Jess have been married for the past 13 years. So they got married at 26. Wow. And they're both 39 and they still go to Disney.
Including their
Wowza.
honeymoon. So when he tried to take his wife to a new place for a holiday, she apparently then went behind his back and booked a Disney resort in Hawaii.
I'm honestly beyond sick of Disney. I never really going in the first place. This guy didn't put his foot down. He married a crazy person.
Instead. Like, dude, why wouldn't you put your foot down after, I don't know, the 3rd trip?
Hold on, let me read this. We're currently planning a trip to Hawaii. Jess was confused. She asked why we were going to Hawaii. I responded that we could join spas and go to the beach. Jess mumbled a half-hearted answer and walked away. A few days later, she approached me saying that she made hotel reservations for Hawaii. At first, I was excited because although she did so without consulting me, it seemed like she was listening. But then she showed me the hotel she booked. I found she had made reservations for Aulani, a Disney resort in Hawaii. She went behind his back and booked the resorts for Disney anyway. Wow, what a stellar human being.
So when he tried to take his wife to a new place for a holiday, she apparently then went behind his back and booked a Disney resort in Hawaii instead. Like, dude, why wouldn't you put your foot down after, I don't know, the 3rd trip? This is not normal. When I go on holiday, I want to be as far away from people as humanly possible. The last holiday that I went on this year, which was the first in literally years, we went to as far away from people as we could get on an island. So why would you spend your money being around thousands of people multiple times a year?
And it's sweaty and it's hot and it's overpriced. The food is overpriced and it's bland. I don't know, man. Poor Disney Corporate's gonna go broke without her support. I don't know, man. It's so gross. I don't know. I feel like I would probably divorce her or something, or like tell her to go to a therapist or a counselor. I couldn't handle this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
How do people deal with this shit, man?
You guys also probably remember the video I made about the plus-size park
we
hoppers
watched
who
it.
I think exclusively go to Disney multiple times a year and make content testing out fitting on the rides, which mobility scooters are good for scooting their fat butts around the park, what food tastes good. I mean,
I bet they know what food tastes good. Yeah.
Apparently all of it.
Yum.
One of the
Tasty.
funniest things to me about this type of human being is that they routinely complain about how expensive Disney is getting, and it's like, yeah, of course you would notice that because you go to the freaking theme park multiple times a year.
And then you eat the overpriced food, and then you eat a lot more than the average person as well, so your food bill is extremely high between all 4 of you. Ah, man.
Every year. You're like a drug
So
addict.
expensive.
You're forking out thousands upon thousands of dollars to go to the same place every year.
Don't you get bored too? Like, I understand going maybe once or twice, but like, why multiple times a year?
Feed this addiction that you have.
I'm not buying lightning lanes because they used to be free. On principle, I'm not staying at a Disney resort because we used to get perks included that are no longer included.
People will quite literally go into debt trying to afford Disney's yearly membership pass.
Yes. Caleb talked about it on one of his TikToks or shorts or whatever. There are people who go into thousands of dollars in debt to do this. Because they can't help themselves. They have zero self-control. They are like a child given a credit card and they just don't give a shit.
Come on.
When I was in nursing.
What did I say? I didn't pre-watch this. I did not. I swear to God. I went in blind. I'm not kidding. Just watch it. Just watch it. It's so
In
good.
school, we said...
You're talking about Disney right now?
Yes.
We're having a conversation about Mickey and his little mouse. What are we doing?
Well, it was my...
I love this
told
guy.
myself
So
it would be my
funny.
treat for, like, finishing nursing school.
You don't get treats if you're not paying your fucking bills. You haven't paid for nursing school yet. You owe on it still. Oh, okay, what?
So the passes were $2,000
for the both of us.
What? Fucking what?
For the whole year. So now we can go
anytime
whenever we want.
And honestly, I think my favorite...
I love this guy. I get his shit recommended to me all the time. It makes me laugh so hard. The only thing that annoys me is that TikTok's annoying and it will recommend it to me repeatedly. Like back to back to back.
Kind of Disney adult are the ones who just fundamentally hate kids. And on its nose, that sounds like a terrible statement, but they're so funny to me because they are making something for kids into their entire personality and then getting angry at children who are participating in this thing that's meant for children.
Stop bringing children to Disney. This is an adult's playground.
Chat, what's scarier? A Disney woman adult or a Disney man adult? I think being a Disney male adult is a lot scarier, I think. I don't know, it's something about it just freaks me out. Both? Men? Yeah, but which one's worse? Like, why not both? I think being a man that likes it is way worse. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they're both terrible and up there, but damn.
Why are there children here?
I went ahead and found the full video here because there were snippets of it.
I found children at a children's focused entertainment center. That's like going to Chuck E. Cheese and getting mad and telling all the kids to get out. Are we retarded? Yeah, you go to Chuck E. Cheese and then you yell at all the children. Like, what's going on, man?
On TikTok, and the full segment doesn't add any more useful context. These adult men are arguing that you shouldn't bring your children to Disney because they get in the way of adults who are just trying to enjoy their time there.
Check their hard drives, man. I don't know.
They talk about how this one little kid almost tripped up this guy whose name is, I think, Cody, and then ask why kids are there at all.
And actually, at Epcot, I also almost got taken out by a child.
I was gonna say, I thought that's what you're talking about when the girl walked under Cody's leg.
This is crazy.
That is Space 220.
She walked under.
And this father had no control of his child, and this child just walked underneath my legs and almost made me fall and hurt the child.
The child shouldn't even have been there because it's Disney World. Why would the child be there?
It's a Disney, dude. I understand. There's like actual sections. Hear me out. There are sections of theme parks that are for adults only, like bars. There's like certain restaurants that don't let children in if you have like reservations, but like it's a fucking theme park. Like if you're walking around and going to like a place, like yeah, you're gonna have kids. That's why you don't go to these things because there's too many people.
Why would a child be there? Why would a child be there?
Those parks.
I definitely
This is rage bait. It's gotta be rage bait. I saw a smile in there.
When adults want to experience things without a bunch of children running around and screaming, I get that in certain contexts, and I can relate to that sentiment in certain contexts. However, Disney is a place for families and children. You cannot go there and reasonably expect that there will be 0 kids.
And it's marketed for children. It's like bronies getting mad when they see little kids going to the My Little Pony movie and then being like, oh my god, this kid cried the whole time. I'm like, yes, because My Little Pony is fucking marketed for anyone between like fucking 7 and 12 years old. No fucking shit. You're the exception to the rule.
And because there are children who go to Disney, you need to act appropriately. Why are you doing this?
Holy honkers, bro.
Out in public. I mean, this guy is doing
They're filming for the Twitter.
A parody of the anti-kid people, but he's not far off.
Who brings their kids to Disneyland, honestly? Is there anywhere that's like kid-free, like adult-only zone? These wait times, it's a Tuesday. Do kids not go to school anymore? Kids kids have to get the flu
This
shot?
is joking,
that
but
legally
still.
mandated, or am I getting sick from being here? I don't even think these kids are old enough to be on this ride. I've been dodging strollers all day.
The key to a good family vacation is bringing your mother so you can.
They're just trying to like be kids again. It's so scary to think about. It's a regression problem. Like they can't handle being an adult and they have to regress.
What is insane, and will definitely surprise none of you, is that because of the amount of...
That's based, but it's not ironic. They actually think like this. They don't want to go to Disney for their kids. They want to go for themselves.
Childless adult humans going to Disney parks all over the world every single year, because now this group of people actually make up the majority of people who go to these parks. Disney has obviously cottoned onto this and has started opening bars in the parks. They have after hours events and adult only events and child free events and all of these things that are now starting to excommunicate.
That's normal though. I remember people talking about going to like resorts. And at a certain point, there's resorts that have, like, no children allowed, or there's, like, activities that are after hours, like, after, like, 8 o'clock, where kids aren't allowed to go. I get it! Like, you're a mom and dad, and you're, like, screaming kid all day. You just want to, like, hang out. But when telling little kids to fuck off out of a theme park, that's way too far. Like, you're off your rocker, bro.
Communicate children for the thing that has long been meant for them.
Yes, you heard that right. The Reddit Disney adults have monopolized
I think that's
Disney.
normal.
I have to show you guys this as well, because when I was looking for clips to make this video, I came across this one, and I think it might be real. I'm not totally sure, but apparently this is a Disney employee on one of these after-hours cruises with a bunch of adults on board, just roasting them for being there, just absolutely tearing strips off of them, and it is terrific.
Okay.
Please just stay home next time. Please just stay home. If you're 25 and you're thinking about coming to Disneyland, don't. Folks, it is after dark, and that means I can say what I want to say. Disney adults are genuinely weird. I'm talking about you guys.
This isn't real. They would get fired instantly, and Disney would fucking perma-ban them from any park. There's no way this is real. This has gotta be fake.
There's no kids on this cruise. Why are you here? This isn't on the script. This isn't part of the bit. I genuinely think you guys are weird for being on this cruise. At least when kids are riding, they laugh. You guys just sit there on your phone, know that you paid $500 to be here today, and you don't even have a good excuse for doing it because you're all at least 20.
Plastic contract crash out. Honestly, that would be valid.
Or stay inside. Don't
the audio is too good for this to be real.
Bring the vibe down on my cruise.
Yeah.
It's weird. Mickey Mouse isn't your friend. Trust me, I know. He's my boss. He bleeds me like a vampire. The magic of this place should have worn off for you guys when you reached the age of 12.
So on the other side of this, there's an argument being made that Disney adults are enjoying life way more than the rest of us. Oh my god, that's not really an argument, is it? And I've seen a bunch of explanations.
Yeah, giving an absurd amount of money to a corporation is very much enjoying life better than anybody reading a book at home, or, I don't know, painting Warhammer figurines, or buying anime figurines and setting them on a shelf and then dusting them off when they get dusty. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like these people were probably robbed of a childhood when they were actually children, and therefore they are playing it out now and doing the things that they didn't have access to as children. And
I think the most fucked up part is the mothers and fathers that take their kids to Disneyland and their kids don't want to be there, and they're only taking them because they're like having an excuse to go there because they actually want to go.
That is in fact the case. I do feel very sorry for them, but I don't think that that somehow magically makes any of this behavior normal. You know, the more I think about it, I think that my primary issue is that Disney, the place where kids' dreams come true, is also quickly becoming an adult-only experience. And like, not only is the park itself gravitating towards appeasing the adults who never seem to grow up, the adults who frequent the park have also no problem complaining about sharing their experience with small children. which is completely mad. Jokey jokes aside here for a second, I do understand the argument being made by some people who've never been to Disney, never experienced it in person before, who are excited to be there and participate and do all the things. I get it. I really do. I mean, I kind of had a similar response, I guess, when I went to the Harry Potter thing in London. Oh my god, I don't remember the name of it.
Universal?
It's been a while. Anyway, I really enjoyed doing that. I thought it was really cool. I I got butterbeer and I walked through, I guess the sets and all of.
A lot of Disney adults, in my opinion, are the result of their parents not being able to afford it when they were younger. No, because they go into debt and they still can't afford it. They're just obsessed. I'm sure it's not every single one of them, but like a lot of them take it way too far and go into credit card debt. That's like actually proven.
That
lots of people.
My brain is fried. So yeah, I do get it. I'm just not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who take this too far. And it's like these bloody people have arrested development. Like they never quite move past their childhoods. Like they are stuck here trying to recreate it or revisit it. I don't know.
I know and understand that because there's people who still defend video games and video game companies avidly and buy all their merch and go to like the cons where they celebrate them, even though it's nothing like it used to be. I totally get it. People can be really obsessive sometimes.
I'm not there. I'm not there with them, so it's like hard to put myself in their position.
Nintendo fans, Blizzard fans, like Halo fans that still think it's the glory days from 2008. I get it. I really do. It's just that those people are so dumb. You can't tell them to stop.
That's some of what's going on here. It's like, as adults now in society, we are in this perpetual state of wanting to be kids again, and it's why people have turned adulting into, a verb to describe doing everyday adult activities, just like regular activities. Would you freaking focus, you stupid bloody camera? And it's a bit of a fine line to walk here, honestly. Like, I understand why some people say, well, why are you allowed to have a Lord of the Rings collection, but I'm not allowed to be obsessed with Disney? Well, in my case, number one, Legolas and fancy ring. And in your case,
I'm sure if there was like a Lord of the Rings theme park and it was milk to shit and back, there would be the same exact thing of like some Lord of the Rings fans that take it way too far. It's just that people getting obsessed over it is nothing new. I just think that Disney monetized it to hell and back, and it's really popular.
Furries. Truth be told, I'm clearly not the arbiter of which things from our childhood are acceptable and which things are cringe, but I do think that in the case of Disney adults, the reason why this is so is because these people take what should otherwise be a reasonably normal casual interest and turn it into a full-blown obsession. And so, you see, maybe most of us wouldn't have a problem with this if it weren't so performative and loud. And maybe if they...
And posting it on social media and then expecting no backlash of people calling them cringe. You don't have to post your cringy expose of you going to Disneyland. You're probably not making any money off of it anyway, posting it online on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Like, let's be realistic. You're just doing it for attention, and then when people call you cringe, you get upset.
Weren't trying to box out little children from the very magic that they're trying to create for themselves. So there you have it, the irony of adults going to Disney to live out their childhood dreams, while also simultaneously denying the luxury of this same thing to the next generation of tiny people. We're all so healthy socially right now, aren't we? There's no clean way to really finish off this video. If you guys like these kind of more reaction style ones, let me know. They're actually a lot of fun to make. But I will just say this, Disney adults are obviously not going away anytime soon. Disney just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and these people are just getting more and more infantilized, so we're just going to see this continue to grow. But I will say, in the end, that I'm never going to stop finding this weird. I'm never going to stop finding these people weird, but hopefully a huge portion of human beings can do their best to grow up. At
They're
least
not
that's what
going
I
to.
hope for. Now, on that note,
it's gonna get worse. Corporations are going to infantilize adults and make it so that you live in Disney Park or you live in McDonald's land or you live in the Nestle Lake, next to the Nestle Lake, they're gonna buy out everything, and we're all gonna live inside of our fucking pods and eat insects sponsored by Microsoft or something. It's not gonna get better.
Just a quick reminder to check out Surfshark using the link in the description. I have actually used them for years. They've been a sponsor of this channel for years. I've always liked them. They're the only VPN that I've ever used. So if you are in need of a VPN, absolutely check them out. Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think about this one? Do you think that Disney adults are bloody weird like I do? Do you think that this is sort of the natural byproduct of everybody not growing up and kind of having this arrested development? Do you think that I'm being too hard on them, that in fact they're allowed to like what they like and there's nothing weird about this at all? What do you think about the fact that a huge portion of these people want to push children out of these spaces? Do you think that's right? Do you think that's wrong?
It's
what
gross.
do you generally make of this issue?
I already said this. Bernie's getting mad at kids for going to the movies. At the end of the day, it's a targeted thing for kids. It's not for adults. If you're an adult, you should behave yourself like an adult. Shouldn't get mad. You're weird.
Overall. As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along for the full ride. If you are new here and you're not subscribed already and you would like to see more of me and more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well as leaving this video a like and a comment, because I do read the majority of them and I like hearing your feedback. Of course, my little chickadee noodle people, I hope you stay safe and well, make good choices. And if you are watching this on Thursday or on Wednesday night, happy Thanksgiving to those of you in the United States. I hope you have a wonderful day. Make good choices, make very good choices, don't do anything stupid or silly, and I will see your wonderful little faces in the next video.
If you go to McDonald's and you go on the slide, you know, the entertainment slide, chat, and you start getting mad that you can't fit in there and there's kids in the way, I don't know, I feel like it's a skill issue. Yeah, you try to jump in the ball pit and you have a bunch of kids screaming at you, telling you to stop. I think maybe you should grow up. Take an introspective look at yourself. Yo, King Petty, thank you for the 5 gifted. Yeah, you get stuck in the piss pit, yeah. Or they piss and shit everywhere. Gross. Anyway, chat, I agree. I think there's nothing wrong with having hobbies. You are allowed to like Warhammer, like VTubers, buy figurines, go to parks, and have fun. It's when you become selfish and don't realize that at the end of the day, those things were very likely built for like kids or preteens first, and then built into adults because they obviously want to market to the people that grow up. And there's nothing wrong with that inherently. Like, you don't really grow up out of having the whimsy and fun and imagination that you had as an adult. And if you do lose that, I'm sorry, that sucks. But I'd like to think that every adult clings on to things that they liked as a kid because that's like, it makes them feel good. I understand that. When you tote the line with like the obsession and the needing to buy all the merch and pushing kids out of the way to like, you know, to tell them to fuck off and like go somewhere else, I think that's when you get this, you get your rights revoked as an adult. Yeah. Yeah, it's not okay to get obsessed with anything to an unhealthy degree and like freak out and spend all your money and go into credit card debt.